So bad. There's a cow getting raped because of my eating dairy. Guys, welcome back. So, as you can see, we're in a different area now than we were. We redid my room for my birthday, and now it's bright enough that, like, I can take pictures in it and stuff, and I got this nice tapestry and my little rock. So let's get started. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about my vegan story, and why I went vegan, and why I stayed vegan, and why I left veganism, and why I came back, and some common arguments against it. So, it all kind of started last year. I got really sick and I found out that I was allergic to most animal products. And while I was in the midst of my eating disorder, I kind of found veganism and I was like, yes, this is the light of my life now. And I was like really passionate about it. I've always loved animals and I was like, this makes complete sense. Like, this makes total sense not to eat them. Why are we eating these animals? So I went vegan originally then, and then I stayed vegan for a long time, and I live in a really small agricultural town, so it's really hard to eat vegan where I'm from. So I left veganism and went to being a vegetarian for a while, probably around 3 months while I was still with my ex-boyfriend, and I couldn't really go back even though I didn't really like it, because I felt like a lot of people were really happy that I went back to being vegetarian because it was easier. So pretty much I was vegetarian for a while and I felt awful. My stomach hurt all the time. I felt bad every single time I had dairy. Every single time I was like, this is so bad. There's a cow getting raped because of my eating dairy. And I was like, oh no. So I went back to veganism, and my new boyfriend was super supportive, and my family's all super supportive with it, even though none of them are vegan themselves. And yeah, so I went back to being vegan then, and I stayed vegan because I've watched things like Earthlings, just all those things, Cowspiracy, sustainability, Live and Let Live, all those sorts of documentaries on Netflix, and I really love them, and they've really strengthened my want to be vegan. My memory just got full, so I guess veganism was kind of in my blood anyway because I loved it so much. So it was like the right thing for me, and I really believe that it helped get me out of my eating disorder. I was in a really awful place, and I thought that my BMI and my body weight was all that mattered, and veganism was like, hey, here you go. Put your stuff into this instead. And I was like, yes. So, it's definitely something that I'm going to do lifelong. I can't really show how much I love veganism right now because of the town that I live in, and my friends are all like in 4-H, which is a thing where they like literally buy baby animals and then sell them for meat. And they treat their animals really well, don't get me wrong, but they would not like it if I was like, don't eat meat, you're killing animals. So yeah, I kind of keep it on the down low, but I love it so much and I'm so passionate about it, and I can't wait to like move out of my town that I'm living in right now. And like when I go to college, I'm gonna be one of those vegans that wears like, yeah, I'm vegan and stuff like that on my shirts, because praise. So another thing that makes me want to stick with veganism is I'm kind of on a spiritual journey right now, trying to be more conscious and present. And I have definitely seen a difference from when I eat dairy to when I don't. And you feel more connected with animals and the environment and everything around you when you're vegan, because you're eating things locally sourced. Also, I really like being vegan because thinking back on it, like what you're putting into your body is all of the fear, all of the toxins, everything that goes through those animals' bodies, you are literally eating. So if that cow was scared to death when they were in the slaughterhouse and got their throat slit and were still alive, you're eating that. And I was like, nope, I can't do that to myself anymore. And I think I've been a lot happier since I've gone vegan as well. And I don't want to push this on you guys. I'm not trying to be like, go vegan, because I realize that a lot of you guys can't right now, and a lot of you guys are in eating disorder recovery, or there's other things that are stopping you, and that's completely okay. We tend to think of veganism as like this exclusive club, but that's not the point. The point of veganism is to cut down your carbon footprint, to cut down your water usage, and to cut down land being destroyed because of animal agriculture. Beef uses like 1 pound of beef uses like 2,500 gallons of water and a ton of wheat. If we weren't eating animal products, we could be eating the food that goes to the animals instead, and we could end world hunger. You guys, this movement is so big. Hold on, I got some facts going on. So, okay, listen to these facts. Animals slaughtered on our food industry currently occupy 45% of the Earth's surface. There are 1 to 2 acres of lush forest cleared every second to raise cattle. Livestock accounts for 51% of all worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. And up to 135 plant, animal, and insect species go extinct every day due to rainforest destruction. Animal agriculture is responsible for up to 91% of rainforest destruction. 2.1 trillion animals are pulled from our seas every year. And of that, 40% of fish caught globally are discarded as waste. At this rate, we could see fishless oceans by 2048. Guys, this is big. Let's talk about some arguments against veganism, and I'll try not to go too crazy on you guys. So, argument number 1 is if we didn't eat animals, they would quickly overpopulate the planet, and most likely they would starve to death. So right now we're breeding animals to eat, obviously, because it's not natural for that many animals to be born. So this argument doesn't really make sense because we're literally breeding them to eat them. So if we weren't artificially breeding them, there wouldn't be as many animals. Milk cows, their udders would explode and they would die. So the animals, the cows in the milk industry actually are artificially impregnated, and their babies get taken away from them right after they have them, which is a really awful thing about the dairy industry because cows feel the same pain that we do. But anyway, if we didn't drink cow's milk, their babies would drink it, which is actually what it's meant for, is for their babies. Cow's milk is literally like growth formula for the cow. So their udders wouldn't explode because the cows would be drinking their milk. Humans are meant to eat meat. This one's kind of a complicated one, but actually we're not. Think about it. When's the last time an omnivore had to cook their food to eat it? Also, if you look at other omnivores and carnivores around the world, their canines are a lot bigger than ours. Also, our digestive tract is too long. Food actually, like meat, can get stuck in there so long that it rots inside of your intestines. Carnivores have a shorter intestinal tract so that their food goes from their stomach out of them quicker so that they don't get any gross meat inside of them. There's a lot more on that if you want to research it, but I will be talking forever if I talk about all the ways that we're not supposed to be eating meat. Humans are more intelligent than other animals, so we have the right to do what we want with them. I don't know who said this, but this makes me kind of sad. Animals have feelings and personalities, and I don't know if you've ever had an animal, but like dogs and cats, my horse has the same personality as one of those. My friend has pigs, personalities. They're all different and they all have feelings. If it's wrong to kill animals, should tigers and other predators stop eating other animals too? This is part of nature. They're meant to eat meat. And without them eating meat naturally, the animals probably would kind of overpopulate and kill each other out in that. Living a vegan lifestyle is too expensive. Beans, rice, and oatmeal are some of the cheapest things that you can buy. Think about buying meat or steak from the grocery store. I'm amazed when I actually look at the prices now of like my family's food, because meat is like way more expensive than my food. And a lot of vegans go like special foods. They get ice cream and fake meat products and stuff like that. But honestly, you need like staples, vegetables, beans, rice, lentils, tofu, things like that. You will be completely healthy and happy and full of energy on that food. And it's really not that expensive. And there's actually lots of things online, lots of resources that can kind of show you how to do it more cheaply. Animals don't have feelings. As I went over this before, there's lots of studies done that animals actually do have feelings just like us. They feel terror and they feel the want to live. And happiness and sadness. Actually, when cows and stuff get out of like slaughterhouses and things like that, they rejoice with happiness. Like they show obvious signs of happiness. And yeah, there's been lots of studies on how animals feel feelings. And it's not as complex as us, obviously, but they still have feelings. If everyone became vegan, all of those farmers would be out of business. This is true, and actually, some of my friends have parents that work in the dairy industry, and their jobs aren't doing so well right now. But if we had less animal agriculture and more plant agriculture, they could find other jobs there. And think about all the animals we're killing, and the amount of farmers is a lot lower than the amount of animals that are being killed. A vegan diet isn't healthy. Lots of people, hold on. Okay, there's a lot of doctors that actually say that you have a lower chance of heart disease, lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure. There's so many health benefits, and this does have a lot to do with that vegans eat more fruits, more vegetables, more raw food, less processed food, less oils, things like that. And that's a generalization, of course, but also because of the cholesterol and stuff in eggs and just all of the stuff that gets into your body. Yeah, it's a lot healthier of a diet, I think, and vegans tend to be skinnier and more healthy, which again, generally, so. And then last but not least, they say that you need milk to have healthy bones. Milk is actually really acidic, so it actually sucks the calcium out of your bones, even though it has calcium. And things like almond milk actually have 2 times more calcium. Cool fact of the day. And it tastes really good, like vanilla almond milk. Praise it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I wasn't too crazy vegan on you guys. And just remember that I'm not trying to force my opinions on you guys or my views, and I definitely want you to do what's best for you at the time being. If you're in an eating disorder, I definitely do not recommend going vegan right now, because a lot of times you fall into a really awful mindset because of all of the fitness and things like that goes on in veganism. But if you can cut down on your meat consumption, dairy consumption, whatever, you are doing a huge help to the planet. And I will link, hopefully I'll actually do it this time instead of forgetting, Earthlings down below. You can find it for free on the internet. And there are a whole bunch of documentaries. I'm actually about to go watch the new documentary, What the Health, on Netflix, and they are all amazing. Cowspiracy, I can't remember the other one. There's one about the planet and one about your health, and I'll just try to link them below. So I love you guys, and I hope that you guys have a fantastic Sunday. And if you have any questions about veganism or anything, you can definitely feel free. I love it when people ask me for help getting started on a vegan diet on my Instagram, which is right here, and I'll hopefully upload more videos and things about veganism and how to transition. I transitioned overnight, but there's like a lot of different ways. There's also a lot of research and things online that you can use.